My last video, I talked about us getting married after so many years, so many ups and downs, so many roller coaster rides. We did it. And I told you I wanted to tell you the story about my ring. So my husband proposed to me, I don't even know how many years ago, back in 2007. And there were just so many things against us. You know, we had our wedding planned, but it just didn't work out. There was just way too much going on. Looking back, I do believe that God had his hand on us the whole time. But we got married without my ring. You know, a ring wasn't going to stop us from committing ourselves, committing our lives and our family to God and to one another. So I had a ring that had my son's initials on it that they both got me for Christmas, and I was like, you know what, that's perfect. I don't need anything fancy. But my ring was still out there, and I knew it was. I had to pawn my ring. I want to say gave it to someone, but I pawned it to someone, and they gave me money back in, I believe, 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. 2008, because I had my ring on when I was pregnant. But I needed money. My little boy's dad was in jail. I wasn't working, and I had to have something. And so I pawned my ring to a person that I knew I could get it back from. Well, little did I know it was going to be harder than I thought to get that ring back. But I fought and I fought and I fought and I fought for this ring. And one night I got a text message. Go look at the bench on your porch. And I walked out there, and there was a jewelry box. And my ring was in it. You might not think it was a big deal, but man, God was restoring things in his time. And I opened that box, and it was my engagement ring. And I ran inside like a little kid on Christmas morning, and I went to my husband and I said, look. And he grabbed it and he put it on my finger, and it's like we were announcing our engagement all over again, because we really didn't even have any of that excitement. It was you know, there's a lot I'm going to talk about in my book, but it was exciting, and I was like, I had just been engaged, and I would look at my ring, and I would send him pictures of my ring, and I would hold up my ring, and I still do, because I did not have my ring for over 10 years, way longer than 10 years, and it was mine, and I got it back. I've not taken this ring off. I told him I would never take this off again, and we got a band to go with it. But none of that happened on our wedding day. All of that happened after. And it was as if God was asking me, you know, I'm telling you to let go. I need you to trust me. And I did, and I let go. And we got married with a little initial ring with our son's initials on it. But it was the fact that we vowed before God that we love each other. And in the good times and the bad times, we're going to fight for one another. And God was like, do you trust me? Do you trust me? And he began restoring things that I never, ever thought were possible. And this right here was only the beginning. You know, this was our first sign, I believe, you know, that he truly wanted to be with me. But his mind was not ready. His heart was. His mind wasn't. And many, 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 many years later, I got my ring. My son has watched all of this unfold, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but he has watched God remain faithful and restore things that we have all doubted. Is it all cupcakes and rainbows? Absolutely not. But our faith has grown because our eyes have been opened. We see things that many people don't see. But we continue to trust, and we continue to share the goodness and the faithfulness of God.